You know, when you talk to people about psychological trauma, many people don't understand anything, especially when you come from a life of oppression. But I bet you they can understand, if nothing else. You know how psychological trauma messed with my mind? Let me tell you, my damn hair looks so bad. But because my stomach hurt and I'm going through this thing with getting to the hospital and these people treating me, I can't do my hair. So the only thing I can do is do my makeup. You understand? Because my damn hair looked that bad. And I can't do much of nothing else. I can't exercise or do nothing physically that I want to do. Now, this is the other thing that it does, okay? When you're in a crazy environment, it just makes you relive trauma over and over and over and over. So let me explain something to you, okay? When it comes to discrimination and what the government done. Now, what they did was target me with criminals, okay? Now, these people are criminals spread out all over the place, doing all types of shit with God knows who, okay? Then they get the dumbass family involved, so their involvement makes them, want to pretend like nothing is going on, because all they care about is covering their own ass based on the shit that they've done. So let me tell you the trauma in this. By going through so much stuff and you're working hard and you're doing everything you can to get your life together, and you're just constantly focused on your goals, and even though different things keep coming in and they're hitting you on all sides, you keep focusing and you're fighting, and you're doing this for years, over a decade, and then all of a sudden, because of some things that some other people got going on and their involvement with the government and the government's issues that they have not fixed since God knows from the beginning of time, okay? Now, all of these things end up having my children at risk of an actually premeditated rape, molestation, and soliciting of one child. Then that child soliciting pictures of another child. The local Prince William County Police covering this up. Then you have the federal government involved. Man, it becomes too much, okay? So then what happens is the criminals sit on the sideline trying to play games and pretend like none of these things happening. All of a sudden, within a year or two, I just went completely crazy, and for some reason I want to be involved in a bunch of bullshit and go through this for absolutely nothing. All of a sudden, okay? Never mind all the things that I've been doing despite the odds. See, I don't come at y'all with sugarcoating things and playing games, because many of you who come from the streets or come from poverty and oppression and come from the struggle, who have been through the system, who have been through abuse and been through a lot of other things, okay? What happens is many of the times we don't make it out. We end up stuck in that because it's a generational thing that goes on and on. And few, one or two every now and again will make it out. But the mass majority says stuck, okay? Becomes a huge problem, a downfall, not just on society, but communities and families, okay? So dysfunctional norms become something that everybody do. Now, although our government, who is supposed to protect and serve the people, who are supposed to uphold the laws that they create, okay, although they use these laws to push us under, to harm us, to hurt us, to target us, to do all of these criminal things. Now, if I do the same things, then I'm a domestic terrorist. But it's okay for the government to commit domestic terrorist acts just like they commit foreign terrorist acts. But when somebody else do this, it's a big thing. This is something that you somewhere up here, because see, everybody can't have power and authority and control, because some people are too sick to have power, authority, and control. Okay? It takes a better person to have power, authority, and control, and to do the right things. So when I come out and I'm upset, many of the times I talk to you street people and you don't get it, right? So I just tell you exactly how it is, right? Because I can relate to you on your level, instead of trying to play games and trying to come, cushion things up, make it real soft. Because you know what? This has been going on for so long. The impact is so detrimental. And they want to talk about how we can stop police brutality and talk about all the things that the police do to us and all the different things that different government agencies do to us. But until we decide not to be a part of the problem, until we make the changes that we need to make on our side as well, these things are going to keep happening. Yes, it's something that they have been doing for time and time again. Yes, we understand the oppression that they done. Yes, we understand that it has continued, that we have never been free. We understand all of these things. But the one thing that we don't get is, until we fix self, We're fighting up against a brick wall, okay? Because some of you clowns have no damn sense. Like the 4 clowns who jumped out there and poor Maya had to die on her 10th birthday. Yes, out here in DC, in Southeast. No damn sense. None. I understand. I do. I understand where it come from. I understand the upbringing, the teaching. Like as kids now, when they cursing you out, calling you all types of dumb mother effers, and smacking you and punching you in the face and beating you to death as a kid and mistreating you. I understand. Those broken children grow up and they become broken adults, and that child is still leading the show. So although I may come harsh with a lot of things that I say, I'm tired of playing games with my life. I'm tired. I am sick and tired of other people thinking that because they get stuck somewhere, I have to stay there with them. No, I don't. It is a choice. Okay? This does not mean that I do not make mistakes. I make mistakes as a person. That does not make me no damn criminal because I tell your ass off, or because you try to do something to me, I'm willing to stand up and go all. No, no, no. That makes me a person with good damn sense not to let people run over me and do what they want. You've come every way that you can come. From the stupid things that you make up, from the stupid things that you tell yourselves, from the goofy way that you live your life. And out of everything that everybody has done, I have paid and paid and paid, even in my innocence. I have paid. I'm not dumb, stupid, nor am I a person who do not pay attention to life. When I say you have no clue how it feels, I am fed up. I am tired. There's no more crying. I'm at a pause. You know how somebody just wipe you out? It's like they zap the life out of you. I'm at a pause. I'm tired. The things that I've watched my son go through within this last year, and I'm tired of reading these letters about the government investigating. It's bullshit. Because you don't have not even 1/3 of that information to put me in prison. Not 1/3 of that evidence do you have to put me in prison over and over again. But you got to investigate, and it take years and years and years. You got all of these loopholes and all of these games that you play when it comes to people's lives based on laws that you use. So if you really about this gang shit, then there's no domestic terrorists or no forest terrorists. No, it's gang shit. You use the laws and you go out here and do stuff for criminals. I don't care about what you was doing behind the scene. I don't have nothing to do with that. This is something you chose to drag me in because, see, I was going to fight for myself regardless, but I would have done it the right way. I didn't have to do all this stuff, dragging all this crazy mess, getting involved in somebody because they trying to get out of their crime. Listen, let me tell you something. If you can hide the fact that these people, these criminals that you know are linked together, because they're a gang together, and if you can assist them in creating crimes, because see what you're saying to society and the public is that, see, I'm a menace to society, and then I'm a rapist, okay? But you're helping predators. Predators. Now you got me on a bogus case from the beginning. You have no history of any of this with me. It's almost 20 years later, no history of anything. And I have moved around. And I have been in the nightlife. No, I do not do any pimping as an adult. But what I do, I do host and do adult entertainment. I have done that. Yes. And I don't be in no foolishness, no craziness. I do business. That's it. Set up events for people and all of that. There's no industry or no business or no market that I do not want to know. You understand? But business is business. I'm professional. I don't get mixed up in all the hoopla and everything else going on. What I did as a child is just that. As a child, you do what you know. When you know better, you do better. Now, if you was sitting here talking to me and I had lived my life the same way from then to now, then I could relate to where you're coming from. But me knowing you based on my childhood does not mean that because you involved with whoever you involved with, whether I'm related or not, whatever y'all have going on, y'all can get together and decide that you're going to use me as a scapegoat with the government to get away on a bunch of shit that you shouldn't be doing, that you have been doing from your childhood. But you decided that this is all you can do and this is the best you can do, but I should pay. And then you have all these goofy ass people coming out talking about karma and yeah, all of a sudden. So what's the karma for all the shit you done? For all the kids you done raped? Because that's what it is. What's the karma? For all the kids you got out there strung out in drugs. What's the karma for that? What's the karma for the families that you come between and the lives that you take? What's the karma for that? You understand how everything is one-sided when it comes to you, but these rules apply to everybody else. Now, this is a slave mentality because this is a racist mentality of white people who think that they are superior to blacks. And although they get upset, many of them play a big, huge role in helping them do exactly what's going on today. So, you may hate me, you may not like me, but while I'm working on getting my son squared away, you can best to believe I plan on dealing with all of this because while everybody else been playing games and having fun and doing all the things that they wanted to do, the easy way, the fast way, I decided to grind and work hard. So it took a long time in between the government hitting me, in between the family plots, in between their criminal friends playing at the streets, targeting me. Now they have used the system for years for you to be able to track me and do anything you want to me and my kids. I am not going any further or doing any more until we deal with this. Because guess what? The same way they can go back 30 years for Bill Cosby, we can go back 17 and deal with this. Y'all had got away scot-free. Your names didn't even come up that you was there. And you're so damn dumb that you will wait all of this time to get yourselves wrapped up in some shit because you chose not to do the right things because everything is about a damn image. And you're mad at me because I tore into you. Shit. I don't regret nothing I said about y'all sorry asses. And that's a fact. Because at this age, it's sorry and pathetic as shit. And all the people that's sitting around pretending on the sidelines and going along with it, they just as sorry as your ass. Because for so many happy people, that's some miserable shit to do. That is how we get twisted. We can see somebody else and we can see everything wrong with them and nothing with ourselves. And you don't see nothing wrong there. So yeah, you can hate me, you can not like me, I can give two shits. But we cannot negotiate my kids' lives. I'm not playing games. Nothing crazy about me. I know what the hell I go through. And if I did not care about myself to understand and take the time to learn about what I was going through and to try to fight this shit on my own, although sometimes they will help me with medication and treatment, I would be dead right now. Because physically and mentally, shit is tearing me up. And I got a kid to take care of every day. And every day, they find ways to push me under more and more. Because the only thing that now you sit around and you worry about in the background and in the dark, oh, well, now that I've done this and it's out there, oh, who in the hell do you think you are to be doing all the things that you do and try to target somebody for not even doing 0.5% of the shit that you do? That is crazy. And people sitting around acting like they did not know that this child was all through the same area in Prince William County, Woodbridge, Dale City, and other areas that y'all was carrying her in with y'all. taking pictures and everything, all out on social media, everything. And you seriously think somewhere that I would give two shits if this family is mad at me or they don't want to speak to me? Oh, well, so be it. It's too many for too long. I'm tired. I'm tired being nice and sitting back and just talking and then letting it go. Look what it led to. Because see, if I would have came out of character a long time ago, we wouldn't even be here today. But because I'm nice, this is where I'm at. And you wonder why I stay to myself and I don't deal with people. People always find a way to do something messed up and then try to play like I don't understand they're doing something messed up to me. As if I'm dumb or stupid. Like I'm new to this. So, if you happen to be one of them people, relative or not, that has done some slick ass shit, and you think I'm not aware of it, I am. Just at this point in time in my life, there's no point in keeping ties of dealing. It's too much. I've given and given and given and given. I'm the person you call when you can't get something done that you need done. I'm the person you call when something is messed up and you need it fixed. I'm the person to call when you ain't got the money to pay. I've been all of that. Been there, sister, brother, cousin, I don't care who it is. Been there. I don't require your love. I don't require your loyalty. I don't require you to like me. But what the fuck I do require at all times is respect because I give that. And if you can't give me that, then fuck you. And if that makes me a bad person, oh well, so be it. I will take it up before God. I am tired of playing games. Do you hear me? I'm not always yelling and screaming and out of rage and just on the edge. Nah, there's a quiet before the storm. It's too much for too, too long. And in the process of all this bullshit, it's me and my kids' lives that suffer. I can go through events, I can go through times, I can go through dates. But what I want you to know is psychological trauma is some shit. And for somebody to live their life with something going on like this and going on and going on and going on, and by no means think that I don't know that all of this bullshit and what you was trying to base it on was the charges in 2002 because you're supposed to be getting revenge for the so-called victim in the case. When I seen her, like I said before, at the little club where all of you hang and it's your spot. To come there, she had to feel safe with somebody there, which had to be you, because it wasn't me nor my family. Then you all tried to put on a show and try to make it like you was upset that she was there. The same very people involved in the shit that you've been doing. So all of these games that you play, you've played them long enough. I'm not a kid. So if you thought that I was a kid and that you can treat me like a kid, hey, raising hell is the least of it. You understand? Because see, these people are playing with my life and my children's lives based on something I have not done. So I have never got away with nothing. Nothing in my life has been sweet. I don't know which one of you DL punks got something twisted about me. But obviously you don't know me at all. I've grind my blood, sweat, and tears all of my life. We actually started looking out for ourselves long before we were adults. Because actually by 16, I was pregnant. By 17, I had a child. But years before that, I started looking out for myself. So, in your delusional state, whatever you don't like about how I feel about myself, how I carry myself, what I won't do, how I feel about things, if that bothers you, that's your problem. Because see, you don't have to deal with me. But that don't give you no right to mess with my life or my children's lives. And you had an issue about anything somebody else done to you, you should have took them issues up with them. Just like that. And as far as the government, yes, it's time, people. I'm not waiting another 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I'm not sitting here like this being pushed under for another year. It's time that we deal with this mess. Because if it's that chaotic to you and it's that serious to you, Commonwealth of Virginia, that you had all of this shit going on for so long through all of your state agencies and your federal agency, it is time to deal with it. Too much. Too many. And the cost is not worth it. Because anybody that was involved that went through anything back then as we was kids all knew that we did a whole lot of dumb shit as kids. But being as though many of us failed and had to suffer and go through some shit based on dumbass shit that we did or didn't do. 9 times out of 10, didn't do, which is really fucked up. But you know, you're not innocent because you done a lot. Even me. Got away with it. But this bullshit right here that y'all holding me under, nah. Nah. If you want my life, you can have that. But what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna play games. And I've never, by no means, all that thug shit, hard shit, whatever they call it, that's something they on. I have never, ever, ever ran from anyone. And I promise you, it will not happen today or tomorrow or next week or next month or the year after that, after that. There is no reason at no time. And because you went through so much, this is an issue that has to be dealt with, people. Now you can play dumb. You can play all the games in the world. Okay? You can try to sit around and make this like this some personal thing about some feelings with me. Hey, listen, fuck you. That's as nice as I can be about that. Because for one, I'm not that emotionally attached to nothing that I would ever go through any drama or any bullshit or take anybody else through any drama or any bullshit based on no damn emotions. Play no game. Only thing is, I pay the cost much greater than anybody else. And you're trying to use that to hold me under. As if after time or something, you thought that I would be closer to you. No. I understand who you are and what you do and how you move. And I understand your characteristics are very, very twisted, distorted, and fucked up. And that's just being nice about it. Because there's nothing worse than seeing the world but can't see yourself. You don't see anything about yourself that's wrong. You done lied and manipulated and deceived yourself so bad you believe the bullshit that you saying now. Only difference is I don't play games like that. I don't. I bypass on the messy shit, the earth disturbing shit, all the drama, all that. I bypass that. I'd rather be by myself and be totally happy than to be with anyone and go through bullshit. I know what I'm fighting for. So at this point, I'm just tired. I'm really tired. I'm not only tired, but I am sick and sick and sick and sick and sick and tired. It's 30 plus years. Okay? So what you're not going to do is try to weasel through and direct while you use government resources and you use the government agencies. I'm over it. I'm over it. Completely.
New message is received from +1.
I'm over it. And I know you may not get it in your delusional state and all the reality shifting and all the bullshit games. but I'm going to make sure you get it before it's all said and done. I'm over it. No, I'm not explaining nothing to nobody, and I really don't need you to understand, but it's going to all be here, because if I'm not here, I want my kid to know the truth when he grow up. You won't feed him no bullshit and do like you did with my daughter. Those games won't go. So when you force somebody, you don't do things against them. I don't come and sit down at your dinner table and eat dinner with you and your family and then plot to do things to you and your family behind your back. That's not how I move. People feed on weakness, and you fed on their weakness. Just because somebody can fight or they can stand up for themselves, they weak as shit to let another man walk in and do anything to their family. Because if a man don't respect your family, he don't respect you. Hey, some things you can't buy, people. And then all the bullshit that y'all learn out there about this whole shit and this gang shit, what they fail to teach y'all is about being real. Because you lost generations in a state of regression. So I'm going to do what I got to do on my end. But when I say I'm just fed up and tired, I'm fed up and tired. And it's not that because of something that I go through every day, man. I'm going to go through this every day until it's dealt with. Too much. See, I'm not a person that holds on to things. And being as though the government hit me so hard for so long, I mean, somebody got away with something, what? Because you're the only people that's not going to jail. All the crimes that you pleaded to, okay, on indictments. So we're not about to sit here and play little cuckoo games talking about crazy. No, I'm not that damn crazy. Because see, I don't talk out the side of my ass. Nor do I have any type of issues with myself where I want to sit around and hurt other people and come up with shit to do to hurt them. Now, if you do something to me, you might make me flip out on your ass and say something that'll hurt your feelings. You come to harm, you already know. So nobody's playing at nothing. I never required attention or needed it. I was nicely peaceful by myself doing what I was supposed to do for me and mine. You chose to go through this bullshit. So if the family, the relatives, whoever decided that they wanted to go through it with you, that's a choice that you all made. No one forced you to do none of the shit you did. No one forced you to involve me in it. You understand me? But you're not going to tell me that so many of you, because it's not like 3, 4, 5, 6, not 10, 20, or 30. It's more about 100 or 200 of y'all doing that shit. That's a large ass amount. For all of them people to go along with that shit, ain't no way. And when y'all was calling the police and all of that, there is no damn way. You did some major shit that y'all trying to get out of. And who knows what else you have done. To mix me up in it was just a bad move. So I don't give two shits about nobody's feelings. And no, I'm not just being nasty. I mean, I'm a very, very nice person. Because if I wasn't, you wouldn't have got this far with doing the bullshit that you did. So remind yourself of that. But as far as the government now, I got to deal with it. I'm done and I'm tired. So I'm going to pause now. Because this shit is still affecting me and my son's life. And even though you try to sit in the background and take shots on the DL, my nigga, I'm all the way hip. But I promise on your mother and mine, if you miss my nigga, hey, boy, you'll regret the day you was born. And I mean that. Nobody plays games like that with their life. I don't. So, because you have taunted and tortured and stalked and harassed and molested and solicited and did all the shit that you have done, I'm not about to sit here and play games. Like for some reason, this shit involves me. No, the hell it don't. Because if that was the case, you could have kept the police out of it from the beginnings. And way back then, we could have dealt with it right in the streets like most street people do, but you was not street people then. So let's cut the bullshit and the games. Woodbridge, Dale City, Prince William County, Northern Virginia. DMV, man, y'all all through here with that same goofy, corny bullshit. Grow up. Because sometimes, or at some point, there's going to be somebody who just don't give a damn about none of that shit because you've done too much. And the thing with the government is not enough to protect you, homies. It ain't worth it. I'm trying to tell you it's not. It's really not. But, sometimes we just be suicidal for no reason. That's the way they create us in this oppression. And that crumb snatching bullshit, y'all got to get over that. And I'm sorry that this might not be, polite enough or kind enough for some of these upstanding people, but I'm not trying to reach no upstanding people because many of their goofy asses is sick on the low. So if they hear, they going to front in front of their friends, but they sick asses is just like this. They just don't do it out in the open. That's all. Stop pretending, stop faking. That reality shifting bullshit, it's not worth it. Okay? It's too many people, too many children, too many lives given to nothing. And we don't got shit to show for it, and you don't neither. And that's just a fact. But here on out, because listen, let me say this, because I got to go. The government could come and get me for any of that bullshit that they fantasized and made up with y'all. Create new charges, even on the old 2002, just change the charges and do whatever they want behind the scenes on some get back type thing. So in saying that, if they can do that the same way that they can do that, then I shouldn't have to look for them once they do all the bullshit that they do and I realize that they link to it. Because I'm corresponding and dealing with them. Because I don't have a choice. Because you have me tied up in the system for so long. Done playing games.